Hello, friends, and welcome. Wherever it is you're from, whenever it is you're from, this is Dom's Sketchcast, episode 18. That's right, it's in real time. I'm on time now. I'm Dom. This is my show. You're in my show right now. You're witnessing my show. No matter what it is you're doing, you're walking around, you're petting your dog, you're anxious, you're not anxious, you're working on art, you're not working on art, welcome. I want to remind you guys that this show is sponsored by donations from patreon.com/valet. If you go on patreon.com/valet and donate, you can get gifts, behind the scenes vlogs, sketches mailed to your door, secret shit. And best of all, you are supporting me and the Blue Cerberus crew. Right now I'm drawing on this thing that's a composite of a bunch of John Singer Sargent paintings and some images I got from Google Maps of Tunisia. I've never been to Tunisia. I've never been to Africa. So I decided, why not? Why not just drop that little Google Street Man onto Google Maps, see what happens, see where I land in that beautiful country of Tunisia. Right now, I'm just kind of just chipping away, just finding shapes. That's kind of my favorite thing to do. When I'm drawing, I look for the shapes, look for stuff that I find interesting, just chase leads, chase whatever is tickling my fancy. You don't hear very often about tickled fancies anymore. People don't get their fancies tickled these days. What's up with them fancy ticklers? If you're a fancy tickler, let me hear from you in the damn comments. And I'm going to give you a new assignment, because I would like for us to come out of this experience having made something. We're not just consumers here. We're producers. We make stuff. We're creative, right? We make shit. That's the only way to fight out of this fog, this weird malaise that we're all caught up in. You feel me? It's weird. We got a weird life right now. We got a weird president. I feel weird. You feel weird. Everyone feels fucking weird, but it's okay. Because I really do believe that the best art can get made in these periods, and I think the best art is getting made right now. We just don't know it yet. I think it feels like we're kind of stuck in the muck. You might feel like you're stuck in the muck. I'm going through my own shit, my own anxieties and weird shit, but this kind of thing keeps me going. Interacting with you guys is keeping me going. It's keeping me excited and interested in whatever's happening. I'm very much driven by knowing that this is a community that we're involved in. We're a community, man. Humans need community as much as we might want to be like Alexander Supertramp from Into the Wild and just you run out and get a damn van and live in the woods. It's not good for you. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be like Pai Mei and Kill Bill, slapping Uma Thurman with a damn stick. Do it again, you white lady. What's it like being that guy, that martial art instructor, that expert? Must be nice. Having all the skills, you just get to the top, and dumbass apprentices just run up to you like, "Teach me your ways, old master." You'll be like, "Damn, I ain't teaching you shit."
And then I knew the smell, like that's funny smell. That's that's crack. The name crack came from the crackling of the when they smoked it, it would crackle, so they called it crack. And yeah, and when it hit, it just. If you thought that was bad, it got even worse. It was worse than that in the 80s. It was
The Earl Sweatshirt show. That wordsmith. That devilish man with the words. One of the things that stuck out to me about that concert is I saw a couple of clones. These children had somehow cloned themselves. This kid, this little white kid who's like 9 years old or something. Maybe he was 12 or something. I don't know what kids look like these days. but it's a little white kid wearing a Burberry jacket or something. And this is true. This part is very true. You're gonna think that, oh, Dom's making up shit again. And yes, I am making some of this shit up, but this part was real. There were at least 3 12-year-old white kids. I don't know how they got let into the venue. There's weed smoke everywhere. People are getting patted down. They're confiscating their guns at the front of the venue, right? Taking their samurai swords away. These 3 kids are just walking around, and somehow they were let into the show. This show with all this cursing and weed smoke in the air. But yeah, I kept seeing this kid fidgeting. He's walking around the crowds, and I was like, who the fuck let this kid in? And me and Justin were laughing about it. It was so weird. And like, even other people in the crowd, as the kid was like pushing back past us to go to the bar for some reason. Again, this is real. All right, this kid goes to the bar, comes back with a red cup full of, I don't know if it was beer. I don't know if this kid was drinking whiskey. This kid was drinking that jungle juice. That I don't like shit, I don't go outside juice. That black syrupy stuff. Yeah, I don't know who allowed those kids in there. And there were 3 of them. I think there might have been 5 or 7. It was either like 3 to 20, maybe 100 of them. I don't know. But there were a bunch of them. They kept cloning themselves, walking around the crowd, pushing past us. At some point, he was like,
excuse me, I need to push past you, and I'm going to watch the Earl Sweatshirt show. I'm going to watch the Earl Sweatshirt show, and I'm going to imbibe because I'm not a teetotaler. I'm simply a 12-year-old trying to enjoy my drink. That's what I am. I'm a 12-year-old enjoying the Earl Sweatshirt show.
That's exactly what he sounded like. Very weird. Highlight of the concert was the great Nel Smith. The great Nel Smith coming out. And you know, Earl, I think I was expecting him to be a lot higher energy, but he just isn't that guy. He's not running, flipping, screaming, "Ah, good grave! I've been reaping what I sow. Nigga, I'm outside in a minute. I've been living what I wrote." That's the metal version of the Earl concert. That's an alternate dimension Earl. Metal Earl. That's what happens when Earl Sweatshirt puts on the metal Mario cap. The metal Mario cap from Mario 64. I've been reaping what I sow. I ain't been outside in a minute. I've been living what I wrote. Yeah, but he was much lower energy than I expected. Whatever, okay. And he kept commenting on the crowd. He's like, okay, y'all just gonna sit here and rap at me, huh? I think he's used to more higher energy crowds. That's not what DC is like. We don't get them high energy crowds. We just kind of just rub our chins. We rub our chins and look at the performer. This crowd was like probably 70 to 80% white, by the way. 70 or 80% white dudes, and I'm looking around like, Mr. Krabs meme. The fuck? What's going on over here? Highlight was Nel Smith coming out for DNA. And he's just yelling, "My bro left today." Love that. Love that song. Love Nel Smith. Love him in every form. Love him in mid-90s. Earl played all the hits, and Some Rap Songs is an album that it's definitely gonna take more listens for me. I don't even know if I want to listen to it more. I listened to it maybe like 4 times. Maybe in the future I'll come back to it. It's very dense. I think there are a couple of songs in there that like put me in such a weird space, such a weird headspace that I don't think albums always have to be listened to over and over again in a specific way. I think some songs are very sticky and just kind of hit you, and then they're in and out. But yeah, those Some Rap Songs tracks, I think people were like silently rapping to them. And you know, there's stuff like On the Way, everyone knew the words to that, but a lot of people didn't know a lot of the words to most of the Some Rap songs. I definitely didn't. But I'm not a lyric guy. I don't really pay attention to what lyrics mean, like what is being said in lyrics, which is kind of why I have like a love-hate relationship with hip-hop sometimes, because it's like I'm often more interested in how things feel, or like the taste or the flavor of words mixed with the production, because like I'm creating my own stories in my head of what things mean. Like I don't, like someone can say, oh yeah, I was in this position XYZ, and I'm just going to be painting my own shit of what that means anyway. And I think Earl's music lends itself to that usually, but at this concert it's poetry. His lyrics are like he's just injecting these really loaded poetic images over and over again that make you just be like, if you really start thinking about it, it's like, what the fuck? It's beautiful. It's dense. It's hard to get into sometimes. It flies over my head. I can't capture it. Sometimes I don't get it. Sometimes I'm like, I just want the nice songs, man. I just want them bangers, man. I just want that I don't like shit, I don't go outside vibe. But that's not what Some Rap Songs is. We got kind of a cool composition. We got kind of a cool composition happening here. There's a triangle in the middle, and you folks know what that means, right? Illuminati. Did you guys know that? I think one of my most watched videos, or most consistently watched videos, is how to join the Illuminati. I don't know why people watch this shit. It's me in the back of an Uber, where this guy is talking about the Illuminati because he clearly believed in it, and I'm just sort of like making fun of him about it. What are the consequences then if I join up right now? If I go to Illuminati.org and sign up,
so the devil will make you rich.
And I'm like, oh, I would join the Illuminati and give up my soul just for 2 bad bitches. And he's like,
Hey, what, dog? You crazy, man. You crazy, man. You trying to join the Illuminati?
So yeah, about once a week, I get weird comments about my Illuminati video. Shout out to Illuminatis from Hip Hop RPG. I want to shout out a send out to Justin Wabs. Hung out with me this past week. We hung out on Twitch. We did a bunch of music together. We did a bunch of cool shit. Hung out at the Earl Sweatshirt show. Very fun. Making music together, seeing this guy in the flesh. Last week, gave you an assignment to basically obscure, to obfuscate, to transform your favorite character. Got an entry from a guy named Jorge on Twitter. You guys can go back to look at that prompt in episode 17. But so Jorge says, kind of just fucked around, but use K Mega Man Miles Morales. I can see the use K shape. I wouldn't know this if you didn't tell me this. This is very cool, Jorge. You got the green on use K on his face. So that's sort of, I guess that's taken from his outfit. But yeah, you got some cool shapes going on here. It's like an ectoplasmic burst or something. Mega Man. Okay, this is definitely, you can definitely tell this is Mega Man. It's a different kind of Mega Man. Maybe if you like cut his head off, or like you cut his head off and like drag it around, maybe you wouldn't be able to tell that it's Mega Man. This is definitely Mega Man. I like the keyboard on the bottom. I like that his feet are more or less original and the top isn't. I like that. And Miles Morales. Don't look at the Don't look at the eyes. Look at the hands. Is that some quote from the movie? I could definitely tell this is Miles Morales. I can tell that this is that Dominican Spider-Man. But yeah, this focus on the eyes, I think you should Jorge, you should chase that. Chase this thing where his eyes are sort of piercing the viewer, and I think you could also marry this with the idea of spider sense, because you have the wavy lines already, and I think these are all these spider sense moments that he has. So I would chase that, try that, see if you can expand on that a little bit. But thank you for that submission, Jorge. This week's assignment is this: record yourself creating. Record yourself at your most creative. Get your camera phone out, get your camera, whatever it is. Record 1 minute of you while you're in the process of making something. You can also do a screen capture of you drawing. If you're making music, if you're a musician or something, you can record yourself doing that. But really try to your tendency is going to be to do something like, you might want to perform for the camera if you're a performer, if you're a performative type person, which I'd count myself as that. But your goal should be to really capture the natural way you look when you're making something. I guess the point of this exercise is to sort of get yourself out of your head. See yourself outside of yourself making something. And I think you might find something interesting there. You might find something different than what you expected. If you don't like being on camera, that's fine. Nobody's going to see this shit unless you send it to me. Unless you tag me at Dom Rabron and show me what you've done. Or send it to ask@domrabron.com. I hope that some of you send me it because I would like to review it on the next episode, episode 19. I want to thank you guys for being here, for watching this. Every week it's going to be something different, but I do want to encourage you guys to make something creative. Every week, do that shit. Be into it. All right, thank you. Don't forget, patreon.com/valet is how we make this thing happen. Guests, all that shit, studio time, a bunch of other stuff, paying editors, musicians, all that shit. Patreon.com/valet. Sign up on there. Help support your boy. Thank you very much for being here. See you next episode.
What, you ain't know? Real trap shit.